Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. 18 degrees, snow. What can you say? What a great conference day. I'm Kay Eggleston, president of Richland College, and on behalf of our Richland College professional support staff, faculty, administrators, and students, we welcome you today to Richland College, where we are delighted to serve as the host for the 2014 DCCCD Professional Support Staff Conference Day. We are simultaneously broadcasting this morning at 5 locations on campus. So many of your colleagues are located in other areas of the campus. You'll see them throughout the day. And we are looking forward to a wonderful day together. Today's PSS Conference Day activities honor and support our professional support staff for your dedicated service in transforming lives and communities, for our students and for the citizens of Dallas County. Together, the Professional Support Staff Executive Council and the Richland College Planning Committee have created for you a conference day filled with opportunities for meaningful professional development and for both formal and informal networking and socializing among the almost 1,700 registrants for today's conference day, the largest attendance ever recorded for a PSS Conference Day. Let's applaud all of you for that significant accomplishment. Our goal today is to provide growth opportunities for you both personally and professionally, along with opportunities to build community and to network among colleagues across the DCCD. Our hope is that you will be excited about the many sessions from which you have to choose today. We also have created social and beverage stations where hot coffee and hot tea are being served throughout the morning to foster conversation, networking, and use of social media. So please post your conference day photos and comments at #PSSTLC. As your host college, all of us at Richland stand ready to ensure you have an exceptional experience today. If you need assistance, ask our team. They are wearing red t-shirts, either over or under heavy coats. We share a common theme and commitment in transforming lives and communities with our faculty and administrators who are at Cedar Valley College today. So to launch today's activities, Chancellor-elect Dr. Joe May offers his personal greetings to all of us via video message in anticipation of his officially joining us on February 26th as the 7th Chancellor of the Dallas County Community College District. So let's hear from Dr. May now.
Hello, I'm Joe May, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Professional Support Staff Development Day. I can't tell you how honored I am to be selected as the next Chancellor of the Dallas County Community College District. And I am particularly proud to follow a legend like Wright Lassiter. I'm a Texas native, so I am truly coming home, and DCCCD also feels like home. This is where I first realized the power of community colleges to impact lives. My first job in higher education was as an adjunct faculty member at Cedar Valley College in 1978, and I still have a brass paperweight that my Cedar Valley students gave me back then. It is proudly displayed on my desk. So it is great to be returning to one of the finest community college districts in the nation. And I'm sorry that I can't be with you here today, but I'll officially assume my duties as Chancellor in 20 days. I hope you have a great day as you enjoy friends, fellowship, and professional development, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
With Dr. May's arrival the end of this month, we look forward under his leadership to entering the next exciting chapter in our nearly 50-year history in transforming lives and communities in the Dallas County Community College District. And now to offer official greetings from the Professional Support Staff Executive Council is your president. Please join me in welcoming to the podium LaShonda Green Richardson.
Thank you, Dr. Eggleston. Good morning, everyone. It is great to see everyone out this morning in regards of the situation outside. Just bear with me, I've crossed something off my bucket list. I've ran in the snow, so as one less thing I got to do. But we are very grateful to have you here at Richland College, here as our hosts for the 2014 PSS Conference Day, Transforming Lives and Communities. Members of the DCCCD, Professional Support Staff, Executive Council, and we know how hard it is to organize something of this magnitude. We sincerely appreciate the work of your Richland College Planning Committee, led by co-chairs Shantae Minyard and Andy Tubbs. In making this a meaningful day of professional development and fellowship for all my PSS colleagues who work daily, transforming lives and communities for our students. Shantae will personally recognize her team a bit later in the program. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the PSS Executive Council, to bring welcome greetings to all PSS colleagues joining us today from across the district. We feel confident that you will actively engage in all of the professional development sessions that await you throughout the day, as well as the opportunities to interact and network with PSS colleagues and friends. I ask that the PSS Executive Council members whose names are listed in the Conference Day program, please stand so that we may recognize your efforts in helping to plan this special day of sharing. Thank you. Among the many aspects of work for your PSS Executive Council, one is to help promote opportunities for professional growth and professional advancement for Professional Support Staff Association members. Today, it is my distinct pleasure to present the recipients of this year's Professional Support Staff Reimbursement Scholarship Award recipients. This reimbursement award is established to provide financial support to DCCCD Professional Support Staff Association members who are working to complete degrees above an associate's. Applicants are required to be a full-time or limited full-time Professional Support Staff Association member with 1 year of continuous active employment, or part-time Professional Support Staff Association members with 2 years continuous active employment at the time of application. These awards are in the amount of $200 per academic year. Today, we recognize the scholarship recipients who are present with us today. We have asked them to sit on the front row and to stand and remain standing as I announce their names. Please hold your applause until all recipients have been introduced. First, we have Heidi Bassett from Eastfield College, Tanya Beasley from the District Service Center, Lisa Butler from Cedar Valley College, Esther Canales from District Office, Vanessa Lopez of Mountain View College, Vargan Mashadi from Brookhaven College, Monica Morris from Cedar Valley College, Miss Charlotte Pace of the District Service Center, Julie Phillips of Richland College, and Shaniqua Whitehead of Northway College. Please join me in congratulating these colleagues on their work to advance their degrees and their careers. You may be seated after you received your check. It is now my pleasure to introduce Richland's own Professional Support Staff Association President, Shantae Minyard, who will bring you greetings from Richland College and provide you with the logistics to help organize and guide your conference day activities. So, please take advantage of all this conference day has to offer you as you learn and build communities with fellow PSS colleagues from across the district. And please join me in welcoming Shantae Minyard. Thank you.
Good morning. It seems as if every time we try and get together, we have some kind of crazy weather. So I truly appreciate everyone coming through the snow to be here today. As Richland College Professional Support Staff Association President, it is also my pleasure on behalf of our Richland College professional support staff, faculty, and administrators to welcome you to Richland College today. What a joy it is to gather together to celebrate and honor the role that each of us plays daily in our important work in transforming lives and communities throughout Dallas County and beyond. I must personally commend and thank our Richland College Planning Committee and my co-chair, Andy Tubbs, who have worked so diligently in collaboration with the Professional Support Staff Executive Council in organizing this day for you, including building community with valued PSS colleagues and friends during breakfast, lunch, and social breaks between sessions. Before I review with you some logistics for the day, I ask that you join me in showing your appreciation to Richland College Planning Committee, whose names are listed in your conference day program. Planning Committee colleagues, please stand so we may thank you. They all seem to be working. It has been such a pleasure working with you, and I sincerely thank you for all of your hard work in making today so successful and enjoyable for us all. PSS colleagues from across the DCCCD, you will also be assisted throughout the day by 65 Richland College faculty and administrators who have volunteered their time to assist you in navigating the campus and to answer any questions you might have. They are currently positioned throughout the campus. I'm sorry, I just read that part. We are also deeply indebted to our Richland College Facility Service team for all they have done so ably to prepare college buildings to host smoothly and efficiently our 1,600 conference day attendees. Please join me in showing our appreciation to our facility services colleagues for their service today. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to welcome Dr. Eggleston back to the podium for a few remarks. Thank you.
DCCD Chancellor Dr. Wright Lassiter began his day this morning delivering a State of the District address to faculty and staff at Cedar Valley College. And now he joins us to share his State of the District message directly with us. Joining us today is one of his remaining few official acts as DCCD Chancellor, as these are his last days prior to retirement. So it is important that we take this opportunity to recognize Dr. Lassiter for the tireless, devoted service and leadership that he has given the Dallas County Community College District, its students, and its citizens, transforming lives and communities during his 20 years as president of El Centro College and 7 years as chancellor of the DCCD. Dr. Lassiter is a model of servant leadership, and his lifelong learning provides an inspiration to all of us. We have learned so many valuable lessons from Dr. Lassiter. Please join me in welcoming and honoring Dr. Lassiter as he comes to the podium, the 6th Chancellor of the Dallas County Community College District. Thank you, sir.
Right. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much, and good morning. As I listened to the weather forecast last night, I said, please hold off the snow until they get in the building so that we don't have to make any phone calls or answer questions about when do we close, all of that. Well, it is pretty outside. There is quite a bit of snow stuff coming down. I want to join with all of you in expressing my appreciation to the professional support staff leaders for what you've done to develop an outstanding program for today. I want to also express my thanks to Dr. Eggleston and the Richland team for what they have done to make you feel hospitable on this cold, snowy day. As you heard in the video from my colleague and my soon-to-be successor, Dr. Joe May, we are in the process of transition. He's counting the days before he comes, and I am counting the days before I say. It's been a nice, long journey, and I'm going to go off and do some things differently. But I'm very pleased to be here today. I'm always pleased to come and appear before the professional support staff complement of our system, because many of you don't know that I began my career as a professional support staff employee. When I started at Tuskegee Institute, we didn't use the term professional support staff. We were called non-contractual employees. And I began in that role. And I believe for 10 years, I served as the chairman of the non-contractual association, like the PSS association here. So I always have a special affinity for those members of our community who serve in your ranks. So give yourselves a round of applause for what you do to make this an outstanding district, please. Dr. May will be here in 20 days, and because he's going to be here in 20 days, I'm going to just share with you, if I may, some accomplishments that we have earned together during my tenure as chancellor. If there was a phrase that could be used to encompass these accomplishments, it would go along these lines. We have been a very successful system for 7+ years, and our successes have been achieved through effort, through determination, and through perseverance. And all of this came about because of the outstanding individuals who serve as a part of the professional support staff. So let me just share with you a few of the accomplishments that I jotted down to share with you, because all of you have shared in these accomplishments to some degree. When the board surprised me and thrust this responsibility on me, I did not ask for it. I did not aspire to become chancellor. This was not in my sights. But they said, we want you to do this. They also asked me to come into this position and function as a healer to bring us together as a more cohesive organization of 7 colleges and the District Service Center and the district office and the LaCroix Center and all of the other things that make up the Dallas County Community College District. And I've enjoyed functioning in that role. But we have made major progress in being a more collaborative system than what we were beginning in May of 2006 to where we are now. We have done these things that I have on my little short list of accomplishments. A major accomplishment was the $450 million capital improvement bond program. That was a huge effort. I tell people that when this district started, the trustees had $41 million to begin the Dallas County Community College District. And we had the bold ambition to start a program 10 times larger than that to improve the district. And in that bond program, we touched every location in our district. We built 29 new facilities across the district, and among those 29 new facilities were the 5 community campuses: the Richland Garland Community Campus, the South Irving Community Campus, the North Lake Community Campus in Capel, the West Dallas Community Campus of El Centro College, and that other community campus down in southeast Dallas that is now thriving so well that it's operated by Eastfield College. 5 community campuses, all designed to expand the reach and the scope of the Dallas County Community College District. And a unique thing about those community campuses is that partnerships have been forged with chambers of commerce, so that on 2 of our community campuses, a chamber of commerce is located in that community campus. When I started with you as the chancellor in 2006, our credit enrollment was around just under 59,000 students. And here today, the credit enrollment is at the 80,000 student mark. And because of those advances in enrollment, we have exceeded the projections that were established for us back in 2005 regarding closing the gaps, a major achievement. During this period, I've had the privilege to bring 4 new presidents into the Dallas district. New presidents at Brookhaven, at El Centro, at Eastfield, and at Richland. And we have also an interim president at Northlake in the person of Christian Slako. One of my first major appointments when I became chancellor was to search for someone to replace the departed Bob Brown as the CFO for the district. And fortunately, we found someone within the ranks, Ed Desplas, to become the new CFO for the district. All of you witnessed that terrible period when we had to absorb $30 million less coming from the state of Texas. And with your help, we were able to manage that loss of funding in a very, very successful way. So I want to thank you for what you did to help us during a very, very difficult time, not only in the life of the Dallas County Community College District, but in the lives of all of higher education in the state of Texas. Because of what we had to do to adjust for $30 million reduction in state funding, it was possible to work with our board, and we now have a very, very strong 3-year financial plan that is being put in place each and every year. We've always wanted to be a top-ranked institution from a competitive place regarding how well we conduct our business affairs. And for the past 20 years, this district has enjoyed a AAA bond rating for general obligation bonds and a AA bond rating for revenue bonds. Very few institutions can claim to have reached that level of financial standing as we have. In an effort to connect very closely with high schools and high school communities, we now have early college high schools at Brookhaven College, at Mountain View College, at Cedar Valley College, and now we have a new early college high school that is being sponsored by Eastfield College out in the Sunnyvale area. We've had a long time the middle college high school at El Centro, and it is now also an early college high school. And that represents a major achievement for the Dallas district. I speak to groups all around this city and in the nation. I tell them that there are very few systems that can claim the success that we have in establishing early college high schools that produce such outstanding graduates. All of you were involved to some degree as we saw the need to make a major change involving how we handle financial aid in our district. Financial aid was centralized. As I told the group out at Cedar Valley this morning, it is working because I get very few phone calls, very few emails from disgruntled students about financial aid. So thank you all for what you do to make that work. You all have heard of Achieving the Dream. We now have 5 colleges that are members and participants in the Achieving the Dream program, a major effort in our attempt to move the needle regarding a student success. 5 of our colleges have reached the designation of being called Hispanic serving institutions because we are beginning to have a new majority in the greater Dallas area. 3 of our colleges, started with Richland, participated in what is called the Plus 50 program, a program designed for senior citizens. And perhaps the singular accomplishment most recently was the fact that all 7 colleges went through the accreditation reaffirmation process and all came out of it successfully. So give yourselves a hand because that is a major achievement, major achievement. And a major part of that accreditation success was the development of what were called quality enhancement programs at each of the colleges. The board was so excited and impressed with our performance in accreditation that they have asked each college to appear at a board meeting and share a short presentation with them from the quality enhancement plan. The board has warmly received what is being done at our colleges in that particular area. The Board of Trustees went through 2 major planning retreats. And out of that last planning retreat, the board developed a set of thematic priorities. And those thematic priorities can fall into 3 areas. The board said that the district should be a reliable workforce supply resource. The board said that the district should be a vital resource for excellence in teaching and learning. And finally, the board said that we should be a leader in community service and engagement. And being a leader in community service and engagement does involve all elements of the district employee complement. And you, as professional support staff members, have done some marvelous work in helping us achieve our goals and our objectives in the area of community service and engagement. A few things have occurred involving our foundation over the past nearly 8 years. Received a major grant of $2 million and a pledge of $1.2 million to establish the STEM Institute and the STEM Faculty Fellows Program, a major effort that is designed to enable us to produce graduates in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics field to serve this nation well. We also received a significant grant to establish the Health Professions Resource Center, where we have a one-stop shop to enable individuals with an interest in pursuing careers in the health arena to come, learn about those services, and enroll at our colleges. Some of you have had the privilege, I believe, of coming downtown to the district office. And as you walk in the district office, you enter what we call the Founders Foyer. And I believe it stands out as a beautiful place as you enter the district office building. And that was accomplished through a major gift from one of the original trustees of the Dallas County Community College District, Mrs. Margaret McDermott. She gave us a gift of $500,000 to create the Founders Foyer and to also create a rotating art program where our students can produce outstanding artwork, and it is on display in the Founders Foyer. You're going to hear from my friend, my colleague, and my successor, Joe May, on a continuous basis. He's going to give you his view regarding directions that we should take in achieving what you've heard me say, you've read this in many sources. I have this term, the largest room in any house is the room for improvement. You have seen that written on many, many occasions. And he has said to me, we're going to build on that because the greatest room for improvement does exist, and we're going to build on that. But looking to the future, I would just remind you of these challenges that all community colleges are going to face looking forward. There is the challenge of escalating costs, cost containment. There is the challenge of outcome-driven funding. In this most recent legislative session, the legislators made a change in the way in which funding is provided for community colleges. Going forward, in terms of state funding, 90% of our funding will be based on contact hours, and 10% will be based on successful student outcomes. Well, we are very excited to move into this new area because we are going to, as some would say, knock the socks off those people down there regarding where we are in student success. Demographics are changing in the greater Dallas area, and that is a challenge that we're going to have to deal with going forward. Access and social fragmentation represent challenges that we'll face going forward. A little over a year ago, the American Association of Community Colleges, that umbrella arm serving all community colleges, published a report. It was entitled, Reclaiming the American Dream, Community Colleges and the Nation's Future. It was a major blueprint that all community colleges are now using as we look to the future. However, the report began with a rather harsh criticism of where we are as a community college overall system. The criticism fell into the area of we have to do a better job in graduation rates, in completion rates. We have to do a better job in transferring students to senior institutions, and we have to do a better job of connecting with high schools. We are very pleased, I would say, to this assembly that we are already making advances in all of those areas. What I know you will hear from my successor is we must do even greater work in order to close the skills gap, and also in making new ventures in workforce and economic development. On yesterday, I was a part of a panel of a major downtown Dallas business group, and they wanted to talk about higher education. And in our responses to the many questions that came to us, it was very clear that the business community is going to be depending on community colleges to produce graduates who can move into new and emerging fields. And the community colleges can do this, in their view, much better than the four-year institutions. So there will be some major challenges that will impact all community colleges, and most notably the Dallas County Community College. But as I leave you from the position of chancellor, I believe we all should keep in mind that there are certain things that we should want for our students who come to work and study with us. We should want for our students to come into a community where they can learn, where they can be prepared to succeed, come into a community where they can be prepared to forge a path for themselves as they leave us, come into a community where they can be taught lessons on how to be a leader, and come into a community where they can learn to come and embrace the idea that through education, they perhaps can move forward in maybe even changing the world. Student success has to be the bottom line for all that we do in the Dallas County Community College District. And I want to end by saying thank you for all that you do in your various capacities to cause the Dallas County Community College District to be among the best in the nation. Have a very good day here at Richland College as you pursue that theme, transforming both lives and communities. Have a good day.
Could you just stay here for a moment?
Oh,
Okay. Thank you. Dr. Lasseter, I know that everyone here today joins me in wishing you many years of health and happiness in your well-deserved retirement. And we thank you for the many contributions that you have made to our colleges and locations in the Dallas County Community College District, to our faculty and staffs, the students and citizens who you have served so nobly during your tenure. And this afternoon, I would like you to just stay a moment, and the PSS Executive Council has a small presentation.
what you doing? I always joke with her about why are you always doing these things. Go ahead.
On behalf of PSS Executive Council of DCCCD, I present to you a small, kind of heavy gift of appreciation to you. Thank you for your support of PSS through the years at district office and district-wide. And if you want to forever be a friend of PSS,
Yes.
membership is $5. So this is for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to all of our professional support staff colleagues across the DCCD who are with us today, thank you again for all you do each and every day in transforming lives and communities for our students and for the citizens of Dallas County. May these insightful words of former Apple CEO Steve Jobs guide us. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. I extend to you my best wishes for this day of professional development and fellowship with your colleagues, and I now ask Shante Minyard to come back and give you just brief instructions about the rest of the day, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.